What is up, everybody? Welcome into this new video of TechExpress. In today's tutorial, let's take a look into how we can create a slideshow into Shopify in any kind of page. So the very first thing you wanted to do now that we are into Shopify is to go directly into your online store. Inside your online store, what you wanted to make sure is that you have an active current theme so we can start customizing your actual store. So in my case, I do have this current theme done. As you can see, I needed to add a few images, but I think we are now ready to get started here. Now, the next thing I want to do before I hit into customize is look out for my pages. So into the left part, we wanted to look out for pages. And as you can see, we do have only one page that says contact. What I wanted to do is to add an actual new page, which says add page into the upper side. And here what I want to do is to go and look out for, let's say the title, let's go for gallery. And here into content, let's go for this is just an example of my work. Down here, gallery or custom gallery. There we go. So we have visible, we needed to have this visible, of course. The theme template, we need to have the default page and hit into save. So now I have created another page. So I can go and create another page. For example, if I wanted to do like another form here. So here into the add page, let's go for FIQ. This is an FIQ section. So what I wanted to do here, what I'm going to be doing into the tutorial is to add slideshows into the three websites, into the three pages that we have just added. The two that we have added and the one that was created before we started here. So let's focus into our online store. There's actually one way that we can do this. Like if you are, let's say that you are a little bit more technical, you know about creating codes into Shopify. If you go into the three dots and go into edit code, this one should be taking us into the coding of the theme files. Now, I know what you might be thinking, I don't know how to add an actual code. So if you go into a tool of artificial intelligence, for example, ChatGPT, this one should be helping you to generate an actual code for your website. So build me, let's go for build me a HTML code. So if this method is not working for you, there's another way, there's another solution that we can do just in case you don't want to mess around with the HTML code. But take a look into what this actual HTML code looks like. So for example, here we have an HTML head, slideshow example, style, slideshow container, image, the width, the height, the auto, and a lot of elements here. So I just need to wait till ChatGPT generate this actual code for me. Once again, I just ask it, build me an HTML code to add a slideshow to my website. And there we go. This is what we got so far. Let's go back up. I go into copy the code. I go back into my website. Here's my store. And if you don't know where to paste it, you don't have to worry about that. Just leave that behind. Go back into your pages. Go into the gallery, click here into gallery, and here into the content, I wanted to look out for these show HTML file. So I click and paste my document, hit into save, and then view my actual page. And here, as you can see, to be appearing my actual slideshow. Of course, this one does not appear because I don't have an actual element here. So I'm going to just go back here and try to look out for the editor of my online store. So I'm going to go into customize. Really important to make sure that you go into navigation. Inside navigation, what you wanted to do is to go into the main menu so you can add your pages that you have just created. In my case, I just added those. So I click here into main menu. I went into add menu item and I added this both guys here. So I can go back here into my online store. I go into customize. And here I should see that I have my main menu, and here I can change the gallery and the FIQ and all that. So here into the gallery, as you can see, I have this slideshow. So as you can see, I don't have any image yet. So I needed to assign an actual image in order to have the actual slide. So that brings me into the second option if you don't want to take it out how to actually use this. So this brings me into the step number 2. So step number 2, or the number 2 way to do this, is to go here into my default page. I have the template and I hit into add the section. And here into add section, you want to choose the option that says slideshow. So this slideshow have the image slide here that we wanted to look for. So I click here, and this one should be taking me into the image behavior. Let's go for ambient movement, slideshow description. Let's go and delete this element here. And there we go. So now I'm going to go back here. I have my image slide. I explore some free images. And I click here, for example. Let's go and focus into, let's see, for example, this image. Hit into select. And now I have the first one already been created. So here into the heading, I wanted to delete this option. Hit into small. I delete this part again. There's no button label. And there we go. Show container on desktop. Let's go and delete this option. There we go. And hit, of course, into save. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to add another image to make the actual image slide. So here I'm going to go once again for explored free items. Let's go for staff favorite and let's focus into, let's say, for example, this one. I hit into select and I'm going to do exactly the same process. I don't want to add any actual title or subheading, so I want to just to delete these options, hit back and hit into save. So there's no button label, of course. I want to delete this option once again, and I'm going to add now a new image, a latest image slide. So I'm going to go here with select or explore free images, and in the third one I wanted to add the shop now button, so people can be more incentivized to buy my products. So I'm going to go into select, and here I wanted to delete the image slide. I want to delete once again the subheading, but here's the button label. I do have this button label. I'm going to go and change it for shop now. There we go. So the button link should be taking me into my products, all the products. So there we go. So now what I wanted to do is to hit into save, and they're actually good to go. So now what I want to do is just to go into the three dots, hit into view. So this is going to be taking me into my actual store, focused into gallery, and down here we have the slide of the code, and a little bit down we should see that here is my slideshow. And now I want to make sure that I have an active plan to go for the actual third way that we can do this. If you have an actual plan, I can go directly into applications. I go into add all recommended applications. I'm going to go into Shopify App Store down here and focused and look out for my actual keyword, which in my case is a slideshow. So I'm going to type slideshow, and we have a bunch of applications that can be helping me to add a slideshow. For example, there's an ADAIQ slideshow image slider, or there's actually much more. You want to make sure that you wanted to look out for the one that says free plan available if you don't want to pay for let's say extra money. So I wanted to look out for image slide. These are three ways that we can do this, guys. Whether you want to choose the first, the second, or the third one, I'm pretty sure that in order to add pages, images into the actual code that we have just added here into the gallery, you need to go in here, go into the code, and inside this actual code where it says slide number 1, you wanted to actually change your slide images for your new image URL. In my case, since I don't have an actual URL, I needed to add, let's say, for example, like a new, and there we go. Here are our images. We are actually ready to see it into our page. This is how we can do some slideshows using all of the three options. You can use the best that fits for you guys. So with that being said, guys, now don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more amazing tools of how we can do some slideshows inside Shopify. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys, and with that being said, I'll see you on the next video. See you soon.